Hi, this is Father Louis Skirty with Friends of the Word here at St. Cecilia's Parish in Clearwater, Florida. We're still commemorating the centennial of the parish, and next Saturday at the Bel Air Country Club, we will be celebrating with a gala. At the gala, certain artworks are going to be silently auctioned, and we invite you to become part of the audience. I'm here today once again with Ashley. Ashley Burke is the appraiser who came into the parish at Deacon Will's invitation to evaluate the paintings and appraise them. And I'm humbled by that. I don't even want to know what she's going to evaluate them for, but you will at the auction. This is Bob Louis Skirty with Ashley Burke. Welcome, Ashley.
Thank you. Thank you.
At our break, because this is our second interview, you started asking me how I got involved with St. Cecilia's.
Yes, I was curious as to how you came to this area and got involved in this church.
Okay, long story, but
specifically.
I'll truncate it. In 1991, I had a burn accident, and I was in the hospital for, I don't know, like a month. My hands. And at the end of that month, I needed a vacation. So Jerry was working for a travel agency, and he decided, let's go to Florida for a week, maybe, I don't know what it was. And there was a realtor on radio up north, from New York, New Jersey area, Sonny Block. I don't know whatever happened to him, but he always spoke about the East Coast, the West Coast. The West Coast is undeveloped. It's beautiful. Go there. So what do we have to lose? Let's go. We'll spend a few days at the West Coast, Clearwater, and then go to Disney or something like that. I fell in love with Clearwater. I just felt we went to the beach. I stood there. I still remember it. I was completely dry. I had shorts probably, but this is so peaceful, so beautiful, and the beautiful Clearwater beach.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord! Now that was 91, so many moons ago. Since then, Clearwater has grown, and every week it gets more beautiful.
Right.
Even after the hurricane, they're making it more beautiful again. So we came down and we found a place in Palm Harbor that we stayed at, and I got affiliated with the local parish. And from that parish, um, eventually I moved to Safety Harbor and got involved with the parish there, which was Espiritu Santo.
Yes.
Very nice, beautiful people. Well, in the course of all that action, I met Father Bob Schneider, and I started helping out at St. Espiritu Santo. Oh, that had to be 10 years. Then Bob gets moved to the middle of the state, Del Rico, calls me up because I'm up north. He says, I'm a little further than I was when I was in Clearwater area. Okay, it's no problem. He said, but I'll call you. If I come back, I'll call you. Okay. Sure enough, he came back to St. Cecilia's. Now, this is after many years of me being in Florida. Calls me up and says, I'm in St. Cecilia's. I'm inviting you to come check out the church because it's a little odd the way it's situated. Architecturally, if you go inside, you realize what he meant. The addition, what they call it the new part, it was 1950, is in a different direction. So rather than the altar facing everybody, the priest will face one congregation half this way and one congregation half this way. So it demands a little flexibility. But I felt completely at home, and I've known Bob the 7 years I'm here, and he's sort of my mentor, and that's how I got to Florida.
And so you're only here part-time then?
Oh, very part-time, yeah. I'm a reverse snowbird.
Okay.
Everybody comes down, I go back up. I was in campus ministry for many years, so I had an academic schedule. So I had spring break and Christmas break and all those things in between, Columbus, and I would come down here for those holidays. And every time I came down, I let Father Bob know I was coming. He'd send me the mass schedule, and the rest is history. And then little by little, I met the staff, Deacon and Kim, and it became very familiar. And then when they asked me to do the retreat artistically, it was
natural.
It was natural. Yeah, exactly.
That's wonderful. I'd like to go back to your paintings for a second.
Yeah, good.
So I know you said you have an art history background, which I love. I think that knowing that art historical context, I think is really interesting. You talk about the expressionist. The artist that I think comes to mind is my gosh, I'm drawing a blank now.
It could be Pollock.
Jackson Pollock.
Pollock,
right?
yeah,
Pollock
yeah.
is very, his works are very performative, and I think that's what I really love about these works is that performative aspect of it, and I think that that's really unique. I think that it's you see the work, but when you understand the story, I think it makes it a lot more valuable
good,
and interesting.
That's for you.
Because I think the story, I mean, I love an artwork that tells a story.
Yeah.
And I think that your story is great. And I think that you have that story. And I think that, and I assume that there are videos of you doing the work and speaking.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that that performative aspect of it really adds another sort of level of meaning and understanding between your artwork. So
they're also available online and Facebook. I have Lou Scurdy's paintings, but the aspect of painting and talking at the same time, maybe it started ages ago and I wasn't talking out loud, but I've always been, in my head. I'm not a graphic thinker, so I didn't picture what the painting would look like. I always threw myself right into it, and that's what happened here.
Which is great. I mean, I can't imagine doing something without like planning. And
oh no,
I'm a planner. Everything I do is I have to detail everything out before I start. So I love that. It's a really unique thing.
Well, I don't read directions either, so that's sometimes it's not unique. Sometimes you got to rely on other people, but that's all right. Like I'm surrounded by good people. But this particular painting is Mary holding Jesus, and Jesus has just been taken from the cross. And it shows the sadness, I think, on her face and the drama of it and the dark cloud. It's just, I want to get the inside of who they are and the relationship, the connection, the visual, of course, but the emotional connection as well.
And it was interesting. I actually asked Lyle about the muted color palette, and you said that earlier that you only used, what was it, red,
black, and here and there brown and white. You could tell white was used here a little bit
because you were just trying to get this. You were trying to tell the story. You weren't trying to illustrate the story.
Right.
Illustrate, but in a different.
And I made sure I just kept those paints out, so I would go into one. And I can't say I planned which one I would go into. I just grabbed and whatever came up. That's what got on the canvas. Funny. This is the fourth station, so it's. I said when Jesus came down from the cross, so it's not correct. Because I know I'm going to be corrected.
I thought I saw number 4.
But it still shows the connection between Mary and Jesus.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think the expression. I think that you express what you're trying with the line, the way you use line. You really are trying to express the individual in the story, and I think that's.
And it's always been like that way with me. I threw myself into paintings.
I love that.
This has been very nice. Thank you very much for showing up, for evaluating and appraising. And this has been Father Louis Scurdy with Ashley Burke. Ashley Burke is an appraiser here in Clearwater and St. Petersburg area. And she was contacted by our Deacon Will Huertas. Thank you for joining us. And let's see you at the gala. And come ready to bid. You can have one of these paintings, one of 14, in your own home. That sounds so. I would love you to have it. God bless you.